Welcome to MotoGP Mac.
In today's video, we're going to talk about the race that just happened for the San Marino Grand Prix at Misano. Now, before we get into it, here's how it finished. Marc Marquez won it from Marco Bezzecchi, Alex Marquez, Franco Morbidelli, Fabio Di Giannantonio, Fermin Aldeguer, Luca Marini, Fabio Quartararo, Miguel Oliveira, Brad Binder, Raul Fernandez, Jack Miller, Jorge Martin, Augusto Fernandez, Sam Kitchentra, and Johan Zarco was the last one across the line. Elia Bastianini crashed, Alex Rins crashed, Pecco Bagnaia crashed, Pedro Acosta had an issue with the bike, Maverick Vinales crashed, Aya Agura crashed, and Joan Mir also crashed. So when the race got underway, Bezzecchi got an unbelievable start again. Marc tucked in behind him, and it was really a race all about those two guys. And to be fair, it was a really good race between them. 5-6 tenths of a second between them all race long, tit for tat. You could see that Marc wasn't fully pressuring, but Bezzecchi did make a mistake, ran wide, and Marc passed. So while it wasn't the most exciting race in terms of passing between them, it really all hinged on if you missed your breaking point. But it was really, really good. They kept each other very, very honest all the way through. Bit of a lonely race for Alex, 7 seconds behind Marc. Franco Morbidelli and Fabio Di Giannantonio kept each other honest throughout the race. Fermin Aldeguer, again, a bit of a lonely race for him. Luca Marini, not a bad showing from him on the Honda. Fabio Quartararo obviously went backwards, but, definitely outgunned at times around Misano. Miguel Oliveira, really good showing from him. Didn't expect to see him in the top 10. Yes, a good few people went out that were ahead of him, but saying that, good solid ride from Miguel Oliveira. Brad Binder, top 10, it's not bad, but again, you do need to have that KTM up further. Pedro was running in 4th, so Brad was a good bit behind. Raul Fernandez, solid, but we know now that what the Aprilia can do, and if you look at it, he was 25 seconds behind Bezzecchi, which is an absolutely huge gap on the same machinery. Jack Miller, again, didn't do great in qualifying, made it tough for himself at the weekend, let's just call it that way. But a solid enough race. But Oliveira, since being kicked out of the team for next season, is definitely showing Miller the way. Jorge Martin, his race was run before it even started. His main bike broke down and he had to come take his spare bike, but to do that he got a double long lap penalty. Augusto Fernandez on the V4, not a bad showing, 30 seconds or 31 seconds behind Marc Marquez. So it is not too bad. But when you look at it really, he's about 10, 15, 20 seconds behind Fabio Quartararo, which is not so bad over race distance at all. Sam Kitchentra, well, we knew what was going to happen there. If he finished, he was going to be finishing last. But he did finish ahead of Johan Zarco, but I don't count it in that way, as Zarco and Mir crashed together, with Zarco rebounding. Oh no, look, I thought it was a really good race. I really, really enjoyed it. It was definitely a game of chess between Bezzecchi and Marc came out on top this time, but there were sections where Marc was in trouble. Don't know what it was. Looked something's familiar, like what Bezzecchi went through in the sprint where the tyre grained and he couldn't turn the bike, but all of a sudden that changed around for Marc, and it just shows you where they were going, that they were setting record times within the last 3 to 4 laps of the race. So it was absolutely brilliant as far as I'm concerned. Anyone could have won that race. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think of the San Marino Grand Prix at Misano? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.